All right. I've always dreaded just like getting directions and things like that wrong in my books as an author. And so, what I did right away was actually have a map made for my Rislandia world because I knew I was writing a ton of books in that and I wanted to make sure all the locations made sense and things like that as I went through and wrote the next books. So I actually paid pretty good money to have a couple maps made for that book. And I just found there's like this cool like new program where you can just kind of do it yourself. And I wanted to show that off to you guys because I figure it's a cool writing tool. It's different, and it really helps a lot with just like getting that space compartmentalized and helping with an author just notice geography, and that comes to more than just like it's going left. It's like how many days does it take to travel via horse to this area or airship or whatever. And so it's a lot of fun. So let's check this out here. It's called Incarnate, and I'm just tooling around with it right now. I am not a like savvy artist type. I have no talent towards this. You'll see how good I can do just with their basic tools right away. All right, so this is my Rislandia page I've got right now. I do this on World Anvil, and which is another service I really like. It's a lot used for like RPGs and things like that. But if you look at it, you've got this whole deal where you can just like organize all your characters, make sure you know what's going on here. So I've got here's all my Grand Rislandian army, and here's the current Liliana crew, which is the main crew here. And I've got all my characters kind of with their little bios. Here's Zera, who is our main character for the series here. But you'll notice I have a couple fantasy maps, and like I've got them. They're beautiful. These were done by a professional out here, and this is so useful for my series. It's really a good thing. But the problem is I've got other series, and I don't want to pay for maps all the time. So here's the actual like every continent on that world, so we can tell different stories. And here's my book. It's on Amazon, guys, if you want to check things out. 557 ratings already. Go to the links in the description below. You can go to my Amazon page and check this out. It's a great series. Now, I'm going to be, of course, talking about different series here as I go to Incarnate. And I just built my own map. I was just messing around with it on here. And I didn't pay for any of the tools. They have all these things to unlock, which is, of course, how they get you. But I just did like quickly with mountains and forests and a little desert, little area. I put a couple of cities in here. And you can see that like you've got water features pretty easily. I've got dead forest down here. And I'm thinking about building another fantasy series that I want to make, which kind of has kind of more of like a samurai-based theme because I like that sort of thing. And I wanted to build out that cityscape through here in order to have that kind of world. And so this is what I kind of got just for a basic thing. And obviously what'll happen is like this will be a little corner, and then it'll expand out as we get into different books and things like that as I world build here. But you can see that it's pretty easy to use. You can drag the map around. You can, of course, zoom in and out, which is nice. How do I zoom in and out? I forget how to do it. I'm on the wrong tool apparently. But yeah, you just go like that, and boom, you can zoom in here. I've got my little forest keep, and then you get a space bar drag. Here we go. So there's my city, and check out over here. You've got mask options, so you can add different shapes to things if you want. You can use different brushes. Here, there's the catalogs. So here's all the colors they give you to start, like grass and like land, water, orange land if you want it. Then you got barren lands, grassland. These are all the things you have to pay for down here. So I didn't do. But they've got all sorts of little features like this. And so you go back to the fantasy world. How do I get back? Oh my gosh, what did I just do? What did I just do, chat? And you can do a bunch of different things with this. So there's a catalog. I didn't pay for this. Pro monthly, $5 a month. Pro yearly, $25 a year. I might for $25. Kind of useful, I gotta say. And go back. Let's see. All right. I got stuck here. I don't know what I did through the course of this, but there's all sorts of different things you can look at. How do I get back to my actual map? Here it is. I think there we go. Okay. So here's all the like features you can use, like different towns and stuff like that, mountains, forests. And again, if you go to the catalog, you have all sorts of options for if you bought the actual service, which I might do. I'm starting to think about it now that we're doing this. You have text tools, you have different text abilities for the same thing. This is path tools, so you can build roads with this, but you have to, of course, have the deal. You can build notes, grids, pretty sweet stuff. So if you go back, and if I go to just like the main page and you see what some other people have done with like the pro tools, like who actually are like probably pretty good artists here, you can explore their stuff. Check out this. I mean, geez, they just built a beautiful old school fantasy looking map here, which is great. And people have been doing some sweet stuff with this all the way around. Look at this one here. And this goes down into like building like dungeons and stuff like that. So if you're actually like in the middle of a fight scene or whatever on a level, like if you're writing as a book, you know, you could have your guys stand in the middle here, and then of course, you know, have people coming down the path, and that way you know which direction they're coming from, even on that level. Just really cool stuff. I loved finding this, so I wanted to share this with you guys, just because I think it's a neat tool for helping build things out for world building. So I'm going to be exploring this a little bit more. I might actually buy this service, and then if I do, maybe I'll even do a like tutorial on the sort of bigger world building level on that. But for now, I've got my like setup here where I've got my characters listed. I've got my maps. It helps me, especially as you get further into a series. I've got book 6 coming out soon of my Zealandia series. You need to have all this tracked and organized in order to keep everything in a spot where it's very useful. So cool. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. Check out my books on Amazon, guys. I've got a bunch of different series that I need to track and have maps for. And so I'm going to probably do that like just for the Immortal Edge and for the Stars Entwined sort of series and the Justified series, just because I've got those. Those are all space series, but you can build space maps too. Think about that. Useful stuff. Just kind of so the geographies are set in your mind. I think it's useful as an author. Let me know what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.